Good morning, Kenneth. Good morning, Janae. Yes, it is another big moment in British history. This morning we have just learnt that, as widely expected, Boris Johnson is to be the next Prime Minister of the United Kingdom. Now, the electorate that has put him into office represents less than 0.5% of the total number of people in the United Kingdom. Party members of the Conservative and Unionist Party have been voting the last few weeks, a campaign run by Boris on positivity for Britain and, most importantly, taking the UK out of the EU. Now, he is not coming into office at an easy time. Even before the announcement was made, a string of resignations was preemptively announced by cabinet ministers who say they could never serve under a Boris Johnson administration where it looks likely that he will have to remove the UK out of the EU without a trade deal, without a political agreement with the EU. There is very little time remaining for him to somehow work around the politics of that. Businesses and the British public all waiting to see how this is going to affect their lives.
Definitely a big day for the UK. Moving on to Venezuela, where a blackout has taken the nation by surprise, and now embattled President Nicolas Maduro is calling it a criminal attack.
Absolutely, Kenneth. These power cuts are deeply politicized by the government. It's very difficult for us to understand exactly what is going on, but what we know is that 18 out of the 23 states in Venezuela have suffered power shortages. And of course, this comes at a time where the country is gripping with a deepening economic crisis. There have been a number of power cuts the last few months. There was one in March that lasted for a week. All 23 states lost power in that attack, and the shortages of power led to riots and violence on the street. Another power cut in April lasted only a few hours. But the government says that this is a cyber attack, that this is the result of a foreign government. The opposition say actually that this is down to corruption and years of underinvestment. But really important, guys, of course, 4 million people have left Venezuela since 2015, according to the United Nations. Things are really not looking good in that country.
Yeah, and Julia, back on the other side of the world, incredible video out of China. A little girl who was dangling from the side of a building. She was rescued and is okay. But I mean, break down for us what happened here.
Guys, this is really quite a difficult video to watch, actually. What happened was this 5-year-old girl in the Chinese county of Quan'an. Her mother left her apartment to go get some groceries, and as you can see, she fell through on the balcony, but she was left dangling from her head. Her head was sort of, as you can see, sort of the railings on either side of her neck, and she was left dangling there. Not sure how long for, but thankfully firefighters managed to rescue her, and they had to winch her out because there was no way of extracting her safely, but just absolutely terrifying.
Thankful she is okay this morning. Hey, Julia McFarlane, thank you so much. We appreciate it.
Thanks, guys. See you tomorrow.